السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي واجعل لي وزيرا من أهلي هارون أخي اشدد به أزري ويشرك في أمري كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. وصل اللهم على محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وأتباعه وسلم والحمد لله رب العالمين. We have studied the first verse last 3 weeks, so I think we had enough of it, although we couldn't really finish completely because of the concept so heavily loaded with many meanings, deep and also wide meanings, implications. By the way, we are not going to discuss, don't worry. You may say, we had enough of, well, Asr. We didn't go into detail when in the scriptures, not only in the Quran, in all scriptures, when the time is given, sometimes even the name of a space is given. It's interesting. It's not clear, what it means. But in every tradition, which bases their argument on any scripture, it means divinely revealed. As everybody claims that this is divinely revealed, we respect it. Okay, maybe we're right. And they say the language in their own text, not in the Quran, only in their own text, when the word el-yawm means in English, very easy, day. When the day is mentioned in the scripture, not only the Quranic commentators or the commentators on the Quran claim this, even the Jewish, even the Christian scholars also say that day means a period of time, but not at the very moment which is continuously moving. That is el-an, not day, not el-yawm. That's another word. So day is starting here and ending here. So the day is, for example, the moment you have done something. That is your day. Or in the very practical and in our language, day is 24 hours a day, as we call it. Or day is the moment when the universe completes its lifespan from the beginning to the end. That's called day. And in the Quran, it is mentioned on many occasions. I mean, maybe, I don't know, I haven't calculated it, maybe 20, maybe more, 50. When the day comes, it means, well, it means the end of the universe. But since by definition, day means a period of time, it means beginning and end. So when the day comes, it means the end of the lifespan of the universe comes. It includes the beginning to the end. It is one day. It is one day in the life of the universe. It is one day, if you like, in the life of the earth. It is different. It is one day in the life of a human lifespan. You can continue. So another aspect of the concept of time in the Quran is related to, it is not a specific period of time which we experience here and in our language, the day. For example, when I say during the days of, I don't know, for example, Kennedy, it's not one day, it is years, but we use day, the word day. So we have to know this. Now the first verse 2. It sounds very pessimist, not very promising. Most surely, definitely, man is in loss. Well, there is no way out. Can we not really save ourselves at all? You are in loss. You are a loser. Of course, the way the Quran must be read when man is in loss, but illa. This is the exception. There is an exception. It means if you don't, or the men do not have, men means human beings. Human beings don't have the following qualifications, they definitely will be in loss. When the language of the Quran, or really in any language, when you say something unless, something except, something if not, it means the definition is made not in the condition of the loss, but definition is made in the condition of the gain. If you are not there, if someone is not really grasping this positive position, the rest is loss. So there is no need to go into detail about the conditions which is related to loss. Get it? So we have to concentrate on what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to have so that I won't be in loss? Your concern is what? In positive side, not in negative side. Although the verse stands out as if definitely you are in loss. No, you are not in loss. The followings are to be taken into consideration, and the following qualities are to be studied, so that if you have something to do with the following qualities, then you are saved. You are not in loss. It's obvious, not very difficult.
So can it be said that anything falling outside of these qualities results in a man being in loss?
Yeah, that's exactly perfect summary of what we said.
I'm just wondering, I mean, we haven't discussed the next verse yet, but I'm just wondering, doesn't it become too vague in that context that anything outside of, I mean, this has to be so broad that it must encompass almost every question that a person can think of.
That's correct. When we study it, I think you will see it.
Okay,
Inshallah. I'm hoping. So I myself think that, it covers everything, don't worry. But of course, one condition, you will understand. Now, let me ask the question now. I said I have lots of questions too. Now, let me ask you the question. What do we mean, or what does the Quran mean when the Quran says you are in loss? What does it mean? You are in loss means, understand from it, unless, of course, we know that there's unless. If the following conditions are not met, outside of these conditions, you are in loss. What does it mean, I am in loss? Yeah.
Like, where I astray or you're off the path, the correct path that you're supposed to be on.
Path? Which path? The path I have in house, and at the back of the house there is a path. Do you mean that?
No, I guess.
No, and it means the path must be with capital P and refer to a specific case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you understand from? That's the question. Actually. What do you understand from the path?
In line with God, or with like the order of creation, or the one who like created everything.
In line with God. I think I understood, but don't take that I'm really being hard to you or anybody else, but try to make the usage of the language correctly. If I say, if I am in line with God, what does this sentence require? Necessarily, you are aware of God. So there's, I am not there. You are aware of God. If you are aware of God, there's no need to be in line with God.
Yeah.
You are already there. So this kind of language is very famous religious rhetoric, but really, to me, dangerous. Why dangerous? Because this kind of language makes you feel that I am covered, I am okay. Because I know God and I have to be in line with God. Do you understand? If you are aware of God, why do you worry? You are already done. What do we mean by, of course, this is a very general standard approach to religious matters. When they say you will be in line with God, or you have to really obey God, this kind of language, they mean you have to follow the rules of Sharia. Practice. Yeah. But I will be a little bit technical here. Theory is important. Praxis, which means really practice. Praxis follows it automatically. That's what the general understanding of the thinking people. So if somebody is aware of God, he has solved his problems. So it's a redundant language, that to be in line with God. So let's be a little bit more specific. When, I think the answer is already given. When the Quran says you are in loss, it means accept this position. But what does he mean by khusr? The Arabic word is khusr in lisan al-Arabic. Khusr means really to be in loss. Yeah, you are losing. You are a loser, really. Khusr means. So, what do we mean by loser? By the Quran?
Contradicting your reality, your humanity.
So that's correct. It's a good start. Excellent start. Contradicting your reality. So the result will be you have to live in contradiction. So it means no happiness. You have to be a member of a psychotherapy clinic, contradicting yourself. Do you understand? Physically depicting it in a physical form, you are putting a dagger on your body, in your body, and you say, it is hurting, it is hurting, it is hurting. Why? Because you are contradicting your life, the conditions. That is physical description of it. Of course, human beings as far as the humanity side of the human beings are concerned, body is nothing. And the pain in body is temporary, and when you die, it finishes. But what is permanent? What is permanent for human beings if they're contradicting themselves?
Their existence?
Sorry?
Their existence?
Their
Existence?
existence.
Yeah, their existence, okay. Their existence in which terms? Make the language clear. Or anybody else as well.
Beyond the lifespan of the physical life.
Now, their existence, what do you mean by their existence of? Let's specify it, make the language clear. Their existence of human
Time.
qualities. Right. So if I am contradicting to the requirements of my human qualities, my humanity suffers according to the capacity of the qualities, or within the capacity of the qualities. So the human qualities, do they have limits? So infinitely being in pain.
I don't follow.
You don't follow?
I understand that you're experiencing the contradiction within the limitations of your capacity,
And
and because we're saying that the quality, and the quality doesn't have a limit,
yeah,
I'm experiencing pain infinitely.
yes.
Won't I not experience pain infinitely the moment I realize what I'm doing wrong?
Not necessarily. It doubles it, if you like. If you realize that if you are aware that you are doing something wrong, it doubles it. But even if you don't know, you don't get satisfaction for your human qualities. When you don't get satisfaction for your human qualities, what happens?
You're unhappy.
So it means you are contradiction within your human qualities. So when the human qualities are in contradiction with their reality, they suffer according to their capacity. So if their capacity is, let's put the number 100, you will suffer 100, whatever the 100% doesn't matter. If it is infinite, endless, so by definition, you will suffer endlessly because you won't get, or now it seems that practically speaking, it seems to be people are happy. They contradict themselves. They say we are going to die and make our daily life happy as much as possible. Yeah, this is now it is holiday season. Let's enjoy. So that's what the language is. It means daily satisfaction. But as a human being, as a conscious being, don't you think that the conscious beings are aware of their real need, but may choose to deny it?
Yes.
What does it mean to deny it? Yes, I am wishing something should happen, but no, it won't happen. But they are said, if I have this, would be better. I wish I had this, would be better, but there is no such thing. Let me satisfy myself with what I am experiencing on daily basis. Cheating themselves. But does it mean that their humanity is satisfied, or they are justifying with their own choices or preferences?
I think it's definitely a justification, but I'm trying to apply it or think of a scenario where it applies to my personal life or day. And I'm sure everyone experiences this, where they're contradicting their human qualities at some point. And no doubt about it that results in pain. But that pain itself seems to be very temporary up until the point where you're able to recognize what has been done in contradiction to your quality, or contradiction to your reality.
No. So to me, that is what I feel that within Muslim community, let's call it present-day Muslim community, and being in contact with them almost on daily basis, I feel some people say that I am not happy with myself. Look, these are the people from Muslim community, and young people, old people make their own justifications much easier. But young people are inquiring people, questioning people. That's why they come to me and say, okay, I'm very sad. I'm not being a good Muslim. You must have heard this language a lot. I'm not really being loyal to my religion. Yeah. My job is very hard there. You know, why? To make this person realize that you are not being a good Muslim, you are not practicing the requirements of your belief, not because you are lazy. You don't have confidence in the belief that you claim to have. Did you get it? So they took it for granted that I definitely believe in God, but I'm not practicing what God requires me to do. So they are blaming themselves because of the lack of the practice of the order of Sharia. Be careful. They never pay attention to their claim to believe in God is lacking confidence. They think that they are okay. As long as you believe that there's a creator, you are done. If someone, that is our subject as well, because the following verse will say, those who believe and do righteous deeds, not other way around. First, you have to believe. As a consequence of it, we will study. We will study what end means here. Yeah? As a consequence of this belief, do righteous deeds. But we will discuss what is righteous deeds, which is salih. We will study them. It's a big subject. But we will come there. But we have to understand that your question reminded me this. You can be, if you like, then it will help us to understand the following verse as well. You can be a satisfied believer only as much as you are satisfied in your belief, not because of the lack of action. Lack of action is the reflection of your lack of realization of the reality of belief. Do you understand this? This is very much missed point, missed from the sides of the believers. They say, yeah, I believe in God. It doesn't mean they don't. No. The belief in God has endless levels. When they conclude only rationally, which is correct, this universe, that much. I mean, let's say the layers are endless, but let's say from the floor to the ceiling, we may, not they, so we are not included in it, we may have this much conclusion, 1 millimeter or something. So, because it is only the beginning, when you say, oh, this universe must have a creator, come on, it cannot exist by itself. There must be something. There was something. And that's correct. That's 1 millimeter correct. And I'm done. Now I have to, since God is correct, believing God is correct, then religion is correct. If religion is correct, then The requirements of religions must be obeyed, followed, practiced. So I will practice the requirements or orders, they call it, what God asks me to do. Of course, this creator God only asks you to do something as an authority above you, rather than you don't feel it within yourself that is what I have to do. It's not from within. It is from without and higher authority. Right? It is nothing different from the state requirements of you to do this or not to do that. Laws. So you cannot really challenge the state. What do? You have to obey the law. Because it is higher quality. That is correct. But belief in God is not that sort. Belief in God itself, as much as you are aware of the content of belief, what it means, what belief in God really is, you identify yourself with the content of this belief, and it becomes your own command, if you like, for yourself. It is not God's command anymore from above, imposing his authority over you. So when the people say, I am not being a good Muslim, they can never be a good Muslim. Even they pray 5 times a day, not 5 times, 50 times a day. They can never be satisfied, because satisfaction is not in action. Satisfaction is realization of God, who he is for you, so that this is a very important jumping from, so that you will identify yourselves, your own existence, according to the definition you give to the Creator. Right? For example, when you say there must be a Creator for this universe, otherwise I cannot explain it. So you come to yourself, rightly so, I am created. Yeah? Okay. I am created means, let's assume that like a machine. Let's say machine has a conscience. It says, I am made. Okay? Okay, except that I have an engineer. But I have to act by myself now. I am left alone by myself now, because I am created, put on earth, and big eyes are watching over you. Hey, what are you doing? I am aware of it. Huh? So obey me. So what the shift now, where the shift happens, be careful, this is a very psychological analysis. Where the shift happens now, fear of the Creator in terms of when you don't obey his commands that is narrated to you. You heard that according to the religion, you must do that. Not because you don't feel it within, not because you felt it within yourself. How do you feel within yourself? Depends on your realization of who this Creator is. So it means I am created by him, but who this Creator is. He created me, okay. Am I left alone? Or do you think He created me, but I had the opportunity. I'm lucky enough to have this building, for example. Yep. How do you define God accordingly? It is very important concept. Accordingly, you define yourself. Right? We just fall ourselves into the second verse, actually. Okay, it is good. What about the condemning and doing righteous deeds? Yeah. Now we are there. Now, we didn't really study what belief is yet. So the problem is when people say, I am not in line with God, they really mean not with God. With the requirements of religion, they heard external rules. It doesn't mean that there are no rules. No, don't mistake me. No, don't get me wrong. No, but these are the things that you yourself will feel the need. For example, let's say in the scripture or as a requirement of religion, you are asked to eat. Yes? There is a verse, kulu. Kulu washrabu, eat and drink. It's a command. Really? Okay, in the Quran. Okay. You say you don't feel hungry, but you are asked to eat because you don't know what to eat. Well, what does it mean when God asks you to eat? You don't know. You don't know what God means. So what do you feel now? I don't feel hungry, but I have to eat. You see, I'm busy now. I have to do something, but I have to pray as well. Why? It's God's command. I have to obey. You don't feel within yourself that it becomes a burden, external burden put on your shoulders by an authority which is, how do you say, you cannot challenge? There's a word for it in something with world. Who remembers the word? You cannot challenge it in something with the world. Informidable, yeah. Yeah, I think informidable, what does it mean?
I don't know.
Informidable, yeah. I think this is the word. You cannot escape from it. It always overwhelms you. If it means this, yeah, I think. Thank you. I was expecting the natives to tell me. Okay. Now, you cannot challenge. Like the state asking you not to park here. Yeah. If you park, you get a ticket. That's it. Whether you like it or not. They don't ask you, did you really feel that you shouldn't park? Right? They don't ask you that. No, but what the Quranic teaching is based on, what the Quran teaches us, his argument based on primarily, it may be a strange thing, but those people who continues to come to the discussions don't be strange, primarily depends on how you, not how you define God, but how you define yourself, your reality, who you are. Whatever you have as human beings, what are they? What do you expect of them? What are they? so that you will define your creator. Is it possible to define the engineer and then come and define the computer? Can you read the minds of the engineer? Can you? What is in his mind? Engineer of the computer. Can you read it?
No.
In his mind? Yes or no?
No.
No.
But these people, I forget about them. What do you think? Can you read the mind of the engineer of this machine? When you see him, can you say, oh, everything is there? Can you say that? No or yes? Brave.
I think you should go with their answer.
Sorry?
You should go with their answer.
And she's saying we should go with their answer, meaning no.
I say, oh, we should go there. No, forget about them. They are men. I
Some
want.
people can. Some people can.
Can you read my mind?
Yeah.
What is I have in my mind? There is a man who does this.
People can. Yeah.
Who? It is impossible.
It's not impossible. All things are possible.
No. It is impossible. It doesn't have physical appearance anyways. Now they just trickies and how do you say speculations and look at your view. For example, if a student comes to my office, right, from the face expression, as the person, he or she, starts speaking, I know the problem. Not because I have read his or her mind, because of the signs in his face or her face. So impossible. You cannot really know what is in my mind. Can you imagine, can you know what is in the mind of the creator of the universe? How can you know what he wants you to do, or why he created you? What is expected of your existence? How can you know? By reading his mind or reading his work? Which one is easy? It's obvious, isn't it? That's why the creator is the creation, the universe out there. We have to read the universe. So here is the machine. Why should I make hypnosis or something to read the mind of the person? And also you cannot read it is impossible to me that they are all tricky people. They claim that they look at it there. These are tricky things. I don't believe them. It is impossible. But reading the mind of God is billions, endless times more impossible. So here is his work. Why do I bother trying to see the mind of a person? Impossible. So come here, study the work. All the qualities manifested in the work definitely reveals the quality of the engineer that is on the way, and really understand what is in the mind of the engineer. That is study the work. That is why if you want to establish a firm belief in God, make sure what you believe is really appropriate to your nature. You have to study yourself, because you are the work of him. Here it is. That's why we have to study ourselves, look at our qualities, contemplate on them, and which kind of qualities I have. What does it mean? How can I utilize it at the most level, highest level? How can I do that? And then you realize that if you are, let's say, let's say, if you are worthy of, let's say, $1,000, it means your creator has $1,000 worth, because he did only $1,000 worth job. Now more, as far as your reality is concerned. Do you understand this logic? Did you? Now, if you study yourself and say that I am worth, it's a figure, $1,000 worth. I worth $1,000. It means your maker could do only $1,000 worth work. No, sorry? Because you studied yourself. You said, I am worth $1,000. For example, if you go to an exhibition hall, an artist is there, okay? Artist says, this frame is $100. There is another frame is $1,000. What does it mean? What makes the difference? Quality of art. Now, if you look at the $100 worth frame, you understand that the artist of this frame has manifested $100 worth quality of art, right? Now, if you go and see $1,000 worth frame or the painting, you say there the quality manifested itself, which has $1,000 worth. So you don't know the artist, but you know what? The art. Who is the best art? What is the best art in the universe? Human being. Yeah. So if you see that you are worth $1,000, automatically it means your maker's capacity of artistry is worth only $1,000. If you see that I am worth of $1 billion, automatically what it means, my creator's quality of artistry is worth $1 billion. If you see that my human qualities are endless, I cannot get to the end. It means priceless. If you understand only this realization of your quality, that you can realize your creator. Otherwise, you cannot go beyond the heavens, God and see, and read his mind. Oh, you are a great man. Impossible. That is what we have to work on as far as human belief is concerned. How can we establish, how can we develop our iman in this way? For example, if you sell a painting for $100, but in fact, it is worth $1 billion. Are you in profit or in loss? In loss. Okay. But you got $100. You get $100, but you are in loss of 1 billion minus $100. Most surely, man is in loss. Sorry? Yeah, okay. You are getting the 100, eh? But 100, you got 100, you lost 1 billion minus 100. Is it a great, it is a good trade? Huh? Because you got 100 anyways. That is like, I am created by God, and that's it. Yeah, that's 100. But out of 1 billion, you are loser. That's why man is in loss unless. But unless. So how can I make myself not in loss? How can you do that? Belief. Now, belief is a very strong word, very frequently used in the Quran, everywhere in the Quran. I don't know the number, maybe 1,000 times repeated in the Quran. To me, that's my expression. Don't say that this man is very pessimist and he has a very high expectations. No. To my experience, maybe so. The least understood word, least studied word, belief. Least studied. Who studies belief?
You.
We, not you. We. Okay. It doesn't mean there is no such. It's so rare that you may not have come across anybody who's studying really the content of belief. Not what Islam says you have to believe in God, in angels. No, otherwise you will be unbeliever and go to hell for eternity. That's what when they say let's study belief means this. So at the most, what we see in the community, study, if they study belief, yes, they do, at the level of look at the universe, so complicated, it must have a creator. Beautiful. Sun is like that. Moon is in this position. The distance between the sun and the world. Okay, what people say on the other hand, no, the things are developing by themselves. These are physical laws, nothing to do with God. And the child learns in the Sunday school, Islamic Sunday school, and goes to the other schools. There, he sees that the things are developing by themselves, etc. And he is in dilemma. Now, and science seems to be demonstrating it. But what they taught me in the Islamic school or religious school, that's the contrary. I'm very sensitive about this subject. Did you know that? I think once upon a time I mentioned this. I don't know when or you were here or not. Did you know that 50% of the students who joined Catholic religious schools, after the graduation of the school, 50% of them become atheists? Did you know that? Yeah. They say, the Catholic school administration say, at least we saved 50%. Okay. But these 50% that they claim to save, they say, I don't understand. Let me not deny it. It may be true and it's risky. The others are brave ones. Only the ones who are not really brave to question, they submit themselves to the teachings blindly, not because they are satisfied. Now, let me tell you this. Maybe the future of the Muslim communities, Islamic schools, because they don't teach any substantials. Yes, they teach them how to read the Quran, some Arabic words, and how to practice rituals without Iman base, belief base. Belief is just taken for granted that you are a Muslim. If you don't pray, I know, and you must have experienced this as well. Go to the Islamic schools and join the Friday prayers. In the prayer ground, or whatever you call them, saloon, or whatever you call them, in the prayer place, there is a teacher on this corner, there is a teacher in another corner, the other one there, the other one there. And when the khutbah is read, the teachers are, hey, pay attention to the imam. The other one secretly takes, hey, what are you doing there? And don't speak to your friend. They are just police. And these students there, young students there, I experienced on many occasions. These students are expected to believe in what the imam says. Even imam speaks something rational or consistent, under this atmosphere, they will hate it. Yeah, it's very dangerous. And also, it is becoming now Muslims coming from Muslim background, right? Going on Umrah, be careful, and taking a picture in front of Kaaba, like this, because their father taught. They couldn't convince their children because they themselves are not convinced. There is no education to convince the heart, the mind. Stand in front of Kaaba, take a picture, and put it on the social media. I am proud of what? Say it.
Myself.
Sorry?
Myself.
I am proud of. Yes.
Atheist.
Sorry?
Atheist.
How do you know? You come across it.
Maybe.
Yeah. And it is becoming fashion in social media. I am proud of atheist. Standing in front of Kaaba and taking the look, my father and mother took me there, expecting that a magical effect will come from the stones so that they will make me a believer, because they don't have anything to offer to the questions of the children, young generation. The danger is rising. The traditional way of understanding or belief has to be doomed. No way. And the Quran cannot accept it anyways. You cannot imitate your parents. You cannot perform the requirements of religion under the fear of punishment, which is possible if someone really is convinced that if I don't do what is expected of me to do, I will feel the fear. I will feel the fire burning in me. You cannot threaten this man from a promise or presenting this person a fire promised by outside authority after you die. But video game is more sweeter than something will happen after I die. And I don't know. Yeah. This is, we shouldn't turn blind to the reality. We should be brave, so that we should prepare ourselves accordingly, so that convince myself, within myself, and also present the case to the new generation. If they accept it or not, that's up to them, but present them. By taking them to Umrah and making them become religious under the effect of some stones or some land area there, stones and earth, but there's no earth in Mecca, so all stones. So that your religion is that much, expecting something from the effect of the stone, because you don't know what Hajj and Umrah is. It doesn't make sense to you or the new generation. The other one is under the influence of what? Heavily indoctrinated culture. By the way, I'm not saying that Hajj has no meaning. No. If you cannot convince your 15 years old daughter or son, and hoping that if you take them to Umrah, they will become religious, is not only stupid and insult to the concept of Hajj, misrepresentation of it, misuse of it, abusing it, its reality. It is an insult to Islam, Allah's religion. It is just a made-up story, stupid thing to do, to expect that the stone will change you in a magical way, rather than you are a human being. You have to be convinced within yourself, which will make sense to you. Your emotional side, your feelings will confirm it. And then Hajj becomes really great event. But it must, first, you must go to Kaaba within yourself, so you can take your body to Kaaba. Yeah? They understand? No.
Yes.
No, for some people, from the eyes, I can tell, and I can see the mind of some people, and I can read them. So it doesn't make sense. That's why being physically present in the discussion is very important. The online, okay. So, did you understand or not? Repeat what you understood. Maybe you understood better than I explained.
No, what I extracted is, for my physical action of going to Hajj to have any significance, I have to first understand and internalize the concept of going to Hajj, what the Kaaba represents within my own self, within my own worldview. And then after internalizing that, physically also perform or physically manifest that belief, since I'm also a physical creature.
As a physical creature.
As a physical creature in the form of
physical body.
In that form as well. That's what I.
Yeah, that's correct. That's, I think, much better than I explained. Why don't you sit here and let's exchange the chair?
I'm good.
Yeah. You should. You should.
It's the same thing with every religious duties.
Yes.
Praying,
yeah.
Fasting.
But people cannot make their children pray. What they do, they ask their children, have you prayed? Yes, I did. Or once, when the father comes, and when the father goes with the machine. Yeah. So father or mother. No. So some of my students put their hijab while they are getting out of the house, and they get on the bus and take it off. They say it. They say, I cannot speak to my mother, and I'm fed up with arguing with them. Because the child keeps asking, why should I put this piece of cloth on me? And the father says, Allah commanded it. Who are you? Are you challenging Allah? So, okay. There's no way to convince. The father or mother cannot convince the child, and the child cannot convince their parents about his or her dissatisfaction. That is the reality, unfortunately. Yeah.
I think some people think that the experience of going Umrah might change someone's heart.
Yeah, externally, do you think externally something changed your heart? Yeah. When you go there, the physical appearance of that piece can change your heart.
I don't know.
Now, do you think externally, something can affect you without your own effort?
I don't know, but when I went for Umrah, it changed something in me.
No,
But
it was your expectation because of your cultural background. Not really this place affected you. No, you were expecting this effect and it helps you, but it doesn't increase the level of iman in you, but you start feeling much better, satisfied because you have done the duty that is required of you. So you start feeling better because of your expectation, not because of conviction. Because nothing can convince you externally. That nothing can convince you externally. Only you will be in contact with the external world, interpret it, right? Only then you realize the value of yourself or the value of the existence outside there, and accordingly, how much you valued the act, that much you can value the actor, because you cannot value the actor outside there. It is absolute being. You cannot go and check him only. Check him with kind of God it is. You can only what? Check his work. And when you check his work, you develop your satisfaction within yourself, right? For example, you know this pseudo effect?
Pseudo placebo or
Placebo
pseudo
effect.
placebo.
Placebo effect, not placebo.
Placebo.
Okay, thank you. Placebo effect. When you expect something, then it affects you, but it works your bodily function. It doesn't work your satisfaction of heart. Because your psychology of hope makes your metabolism work normally, not under stress, right? So it helps you to have a better metabolism, functioning of metabolism. So your body starts, because it is created in such a wonderful way, that it starts healing itself. That's what I'm experiencing now. Inshallah, it doesn't go back. Yeah? But I have a very important problem. And they told me I have to be a very heavy medication. Now, the doctor said, not because I am a good person, or no, because God, favored me. No. God doesn't change his rule. Now, what? Leave it alone to God. Relax, man. Why are you panicking? And doctor said, there is no need for medication. Go away. It is getting better. Let's wait. Inshallah, it will be end up. But it means without medication, my relaxation worked better than the medication. The same thing. You felt something what you were expecting.
Are you saying it's all?
Sorry?
Are you saying it's all in the
Heart.
No. Human side. Not only mind. Mind, are you only mind? Or everything. Everything is a human being. Everything is a human being, which is called soul or spirit. You are only souls. You are not body. Body is animal. You are a human being. I'm sure you are a human being. That's why I don't value you with your body, because your body worth nothing for me. Because, even if, sorry, I'm not you personally. If it was a cow or a sheep, I would value that animal because of the body, not because of his feelings, anything. Because eatable, I'm sure your flesh is not eatable either. Do you understand? I am worth nothing in my body. Yeah, because you cannot eat it. What are you going to do with it? You throw it into the earth. Yeah, that's what grave means. You bury it there because it's worth nothing. But your soul, yes. So the verses in the
The
person,
basis of the placebo effect.
yeah.
Is that healing starts with
Yes, not only mind, but they reduce human beings. The biology reduces human beings to mind functioning. But mind functioning is in the sense of mathematical working conditions. For example, 2 + 2 makes 4 doesn't have any emotional side. Now, this is mind, the function of the mind, mathematics. Yeah? Logical consistency in formulations of any equation. That is mind. These people think, the materialist people don't believe in spirit. They reduce human beings to mind functioning and give authority to the mind, that mind controls the body. No, not because my mind, my feeling also in contact with my understandings, my conclusions. So, for example, mind says, let me give you my typical example. I think, did I see you before in the class? I think twice maybe.
yeah, I come with my
Yeah, 3. This is the 3rd time you are coming, maybe, or 4th? No, 3rd. More? Okay, good. I'm happy to see you here. Now, there's a beautiful, what do you love more about the fish? Malaysian what? Food. Which food do you like most?
food.
Yeah. Tell me anything. You don't have to be realistic. Just say something.
I like
Sorry?
Turkish.
You like Turkish food? Which one, for example? Baklava?
Turkish food.
Baklava? Do you know baklava? They keep telling this baklava. I don't know. I don't eat it now. So baklava, okay? Okay. I have 2 pounds of baklava. And you are hungry. I don't know. Some people don't like eating sweeties where you are hungry. You are just ready to eat baklava. Okay? I invite you to the table. Whatever your name is, doesn't matter. I mean, that's not important. Important for you, but not important for the people here. So come here, let's say Aisha. Aisha, come here and have some. Aisha Nur, no, not Aisha Nur, Aisha. So come here and have some baklava. I offered to, let's say this is baklava, okay? I offered it. I said, please have. Would you have it or not? Why? But logic says, there's nothing wrong because I'm going to eat it with my saliva anyways.
Yeah, but you might have a disease,
Sorry?
right? I mean, my logic would say you might have a disease. Why would I eat that?
No, not because disease. She is sure that, let's talk about you. You are sure that I don't have any disease. Sure.
How am I sure?
No, let's say sure.
That's
Okay, let's say you are sure. Would you still eat?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not. If you're 100% sure that the person has no disease. I mean,
No,
people
because
share straws, you know.
You know what? Okay. If you come again to the table and I say, oh, you are here and you're really an ugly person, nasty person. I insulted you psychologically, not physically. I didn't beat you up, right? And I said, okay, take some baklava, man. Would you eat it? Psychological insult.
Yeah. So it depends. If I was really hungry, yeah, I might still eat it. I might
No.
still eat it.
That is against human feelings.
So, but that's
What-
part of our job.
When you insult, for example, if someone tells you that you are idiot, stupid, and a liar, everything, will you be happy with this man?
But if I know I'm not, I would say it's okay. Thank you.
But will you be happy with this person? Although he didn't physically do anything to you.
So, yeah.
Now, human beings have emotions and feelings. Are you saying that human beings don't have any feelings and emotions at all?
They absolutely do, but I think part of our jobs as Muslims is to learn to curtail that because a lot of that is triggered by our egos. So once you curtail those things, it becomes like the Prophet, peace be upon him, was able to face so many things because he was able to curtail his emotional response, right? So like the woman who used to throw garbage on him every day when he would go to the mosque,
Yeah.
right? So like he could have been so upset, and then one day she didn't do it. He wasn't like, oh my gosh, she didn't throw garbage, woohoo! Instead, he was like,
No, but emotionally, the Prophet emotionally, not logically, emotionally felt that because she doesn't know, you know the conditions of Mecca. She doesn't know what the prophetic message was. That is why she thought, that person thought, that this man, Muhammad, was really disturbing the society. So a person who is throwing the dirt on the head of the man, thinking that he is a harmful man, is doing something right, according to him. And Muhammad was aware of it. So again, emotionally and logically consistent. So emotions cannot be denied, but you can make control of it by being convinced what your mission is. So the Prophet Muhammad, according to the Meccan society, he was an ordinary man. So this man is causing trouble and division, split in the society. So he's a dangerous man. We hate him. Why? According to their level. And Muhammad was aware of it. That because they don't know. That's why when Muhammad was insulted by the people, what did he say? Please, God, forgive them because you continue. Because they don't know. Yeah, he knows that. No, that's why they are doing it. Yeah, if I don't know that what you are saying is wrong. No, if I don't know what you are saying is right, it means you are saying something wrong. What do? I don't agree with you. My attitude is right, not to agree with somebody who is claiming wrong. My attitude is right, but in reality, am I right? No, the Prophet was aware that they will become aware of it. They will learn it, but be patient. Now we will come to this part of the verse as well. But be patient. Keep teaching your message. Keep teaching your message without contradicting. The Prophet did not contradict only these people. Prophet didn't contradict those people who wanted to kill him. It is nothing to do that Prophet is really rationally acting or not. No, it is a human being acts altogether. Now, definitely, whether you, for the sake of argument, you defend or not, definitely if someone doesn't insult you, you say, okay, I'm not this one, but you wouldn't be as close friend, sympathetic with this man. You will say, this man always insults me. Okay, I'll be patient with him, but you are not happy with the case. So if someone really make comments how good man you are, the person you are very successful in your job, and I will what do you do? Increase your salary? What did they say? I will
give you a raise,
your status,
promotion.
I will give you a promotion, and you are paid X amount now plus 10,000 more in appreciation of it. Will you be happy or not? Being a human being, yeah, you will be happy. Yeah, You said, you see, your human side is happy. Your mind only calculates, cannot be happy. But your mind only calculates what? 50,000 plus 10,000 makes 60. 60,000 is better. That's what your mind says. But happiness comes from,
Your emotion.
yeah, your feelings. That's what we are arguing here. So we cannot reduce belief to a rational activity. Definitely it is the beginning. Yeah, it is the beginning. But we don't act according to our reasoning. I can tell you, we follow fashion, we follow the way of the society lives, etc. And you learn something from your parents, etc. And you continue doing that. Yeah? Do you do it as a result of your rational conclusions, or do you do it because you just feel in harmony with the community, family atmosphere, and just be along with them, right? Unless it's something really doesn't contradict your expectations. So you just go along with them. It is not, it sometimes asks you, is it really correct to do this? I never thought about it. That's what we do in our family. It means it doesn't mean that reason is not important. It's very important, especially at the beginning, as an initiator. But human beings must be satisfied in their feelings, which is represented by heart. That's why Quran says qulub, qulub, qalb, qulub. Because qalb means what? Feelings, the center of the feelings. Iman is not in reason, in heart. But can heart accept anything without reason being satisfied? That's what we have to understand. Right? This word, إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, except those who believe. It means, if you believe, you are not in loss. Whatever is left out of your belief, where you are in loss. That's one. Clear or not, this one?
Can you repeat that?
Now, if you believe means what? Believe means you are, as a human being, satisfied about your reality, your being, what you are. That is your belief. But usually belief is translated as belief in God. Yeah, if you realize that you are made, if you realize that you are given all these qualities, if you realize that these qualities are the manifestations of your artist, your maker, your creator. So as you define yourself, we studied this before, as you define yourself, automatically what you do, you are defining
Your creator.
your creator. Right? Can you say that I am not created? I'm giving a very extreme and obvious example. I am not created, but God exists. Can you say this?
No.
It means as much as you are aware of yourself, but yourself represents what? Everything related to you. It means whole universe. Right? Because you are in the center of the universe. If you don't really associate your conclusion about the reality of the universe as related to your own self, you cannot identify or become aware of your maker's capacity, quality. Do you get it? That's fine.
Yep.
You cannot make it, because otherwise it will be just imagination or culture. Culture means taken for granted without any satisfaction. Now, first, if you say, for example, the universe is created by someone who's called God, I'm satisfied. Okay, I confirm. Okay. And let's say life is created by God as well. I'm satisfied. Okay, plus. And human spirit, human emotions are created by God as well, but not qualifying what the human emotions are. Saying that, you know, I have some feelings, loving, liking, disliking, fearing, getting stress, etc. These qualities are created by God. You are satisfied. Let's example. And you attribute all this to the Creator. It means you are defining, as you define yourself, you are defining your Creator. Now, that is very fundamental core speech, core idea of the Quranic teaching. You cannot believe in God without going through La ilaha. Yep. La ilaha can be experienced only where? In the universe. This cannot be the maker of itself. I cannot be the maker of myself. My parents cannot make me, although, let's not specify it. I heard this as well, not only once, on several occasions, as a 5 times praying person. Culturally, I was aware, because I read the minds of the people from their faces and language. It is obvious. And I asked him, who made you? But the word is tricky. I didn't say create. I said, who made you? 5 times prayer, religious. I mean, apparently. My father and mother. My father and mother. He's praying God. His maker is mother and father. Can you imagine? That's what the appalling conditions of the Muslim education. All right? That's why Quran says, La ilaha illallah, which means that is the backbone of the belief in God. Only you say that I cannot exist myself. My mother and father cannot make me. La ilaha. I cannot be made by the food I eat. They don't know how to make all the beautiful physical qualities and also emotional qualities. Do you think the potatoes, baked potatoes, I love it. So baked potatoes are making your sense of love, sense of fear, sense of dislike, sense of reasoning, your consciousness, your questioning capacity, asking for answer. Potatoes are making it, potato elements making it. Can you give any chance that it may be the reality? What you have to say? The food I am eating are not making me as a human being, in body they are employed in my body structure by someone else. They cannot know where to go, what to do, because they have no conscience. They have no intelligence. They have no will, free will. We know that the elements don't have free will. So, La ilaha. By going through La ilaha, defining your own reality, and as an extension to the reality of the things that you are related to. It means the whole universe, because the imagination really thinks of the whole universe. That's your reality. That much you are defining who your God is with your own satisfaction. What is left outside of it, right? For example, yes, God made me, but I gained the degree by using my mind. Do you understand? I deserve it. I must be appreciated. And I must have a high status in the society. I worked hard. There is no la ilaha. La ilaha, there's nothing has the power to create, but I have something to create and own it. I did it. I am owning it. There's no la ilaha there. Therefore, these actions are created by you as an extension or corollary of this reasoning. God is not there. It means you don't say illallah there, because there is no la ilaha. Without la ilaha, there cannot be illallah. That is the mantra of this class. Without la ilaha, there cannot be illallah. So, as you define yourself in the passive voice, I am made, I am given, it is a negation from your side to assign yourself the authority to create. Right? Negation. And is in confirmation of the qualities of the Creator. Otherwise, no one can know what the qualities of the Creator are. How can I know? I've never seen him. But how the Quran says you have to have conviction. Belief means what? Certainty. Belief means certainty. Sure. Yeah, belief means not I think. Quran uses the word dhann, which means I assume, as a description of the mushrikun. Dhann, they assume. Or today's scientists' interpretation of the event. That's how it happens. That's what we see. It is happening like this. So we think it is making itself. We think. But belief is not, in Arabic, azun. Belief in amantu, not azun. Azun means I think. No. Definitely I am sure. I have the evidence. Where is the evidence that God is all-powerful? Where is it? Where you see God is all-powerful, a certificate or something, this gentleman has an all-powerful,
In creation.
Yeah, in creation, where power is reflected itself, you see that this power must be omnipotent. It must all-powerful, with no exception. Where do you confirm it? In creation, not beyond heaven. Let's not believe. This is just claim. In here, you have to confirm. So, when you are sure of your reality, that, or as much as you are sure, if there is an area which is not within your certainty, is loss. But that is horizontal. How about the vertical? If an area where you are not really aware of the absoluteness of the Creator, you limit his knowledge to a certain way in your experience of the world, yeah? What happens? what is missing there? Your realization, the way we explained at the beginning of today's class, that if someone says the universe as a creator is 1 millimeter of iman, belief, yeah, because he's sure that the universe must have a creator. But how about what is going on within the universe? They develop themselves. So what is missing there? The things are developing themselves means not la ilaha. It means they are doing it. They don't need a creator. So this missing point is also lost. In scope-wise, what is beyond your certainty is the place where you are in loss. What is beyond your certainty in realization of the qualities of the creator is in loss. That's why except those who believe means except the area you are convinced. Otherwise, you are in loss. Or out of this area, space-wise, location-wise, and quality-wise, height. Right? You are in loss. For example, you have a business, you can make 1 million. Let me give the example, but it's a repetition. I'm sorry, as if you didn't understand. You can $1,000 profit a day, but you are not really working on it, and you make only $100 profit a day. Now, although you have $100 income, but you are $900 in loss, according to your capacity. According to human capacity, which is by definition, because it doesn't have a limit, right? So if you don't fully use it, which is not possible, fully, not possible, so whatever is left is lost. Is the place where we are in loss. But there's a but here. My creator knows me that he has given me the limitless capacity in order to demonstrate that his qualities are limitless, because only limitless capacity can realize limitlessness of its creator. That is by definition. That's what he says. I forgive your shortcomings, but even more than what you don't know. It means you are studying now, going to the primary school, learning what is taught there. You are a perfect student, successful student, right? Well, people seem to be tired. Of course, the time is up. Do you understand that? You are a primary school student, and you get all, I don't want to grade in this way, A plus. You are a successful student? Yes or no? At the primary school? Yeah, what do you say? What do you say?
At my level, yeah.
But yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, you are a successful student. Do you know everything? No, but the teacher says you are excellent. Yeah? Is it right for the teacher to tell you that you are excellent? You are doing excellent?
Yes.
To do excellent, yes.
Yeah, you are doing excellent,
Yeah.
according to your level. So if you go to the secondary school, you are still as successful as you were. Again, you are excellent at this level. But have you completed your capacity to learn? No. The creator says, as long as you go on the way to make progress, step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your lifespan will not be enough to get to the end. I know it. So be on the path, but Be on the path of acknowledging who you are, what your qualities are, what are they telling you, which news they are bringing to you. Be on the path, and your lifespan will not be enough to complete the journey. But God says, leave the rest to me, I will take care of it. Yeah, the obvious verse in the Quran. So don't say that, oh, I have always some place where I am in loss. Yeah, that's normal. But are you on the path? Are you going to the school, getting A+? That is the problem. At your level, wherever you are. Some people joined the teachings of the Prophet, yeah, accepted the message, started learning. 1 week later, they died. Are they perfect as far as the conditions of this world is concerned? Yeah. Although they studied 1 week, they learned only 1 week. Yeah. They were on the path of perfection. Okay, life ended. The rest will be taken care of. But what is important here, don't say where I am, anything. Do your job right now. So that is who believe, and do righteous deed. We touched on it. Righteous deed is not performing rituals only. Act according to your belief. Even you may say that I'm a doctor. Okay? I pray 5 times a day. I go on Hajj. I fast. All the rituals are performed by me. But I am not a you or I. I am a doctor and physician. I see that I'm helping many people. Yeah? I'm a great man. Yeah, I'm a great man. Although I pray, I do all my religious rituals. Do you think I am acting according to the requirements of the belief? Now, righteous action is not only performing the rituals. Righteous action, acting according to the requirements of your belief and according, defining yourself. You said, I am created, but you said, I am a great physician. I helped 500 people. Not the Creator enabled you. I did it.
So I just want to make sure I understand. You're saying that, like, even if you perform all the things that are in the 3rd verse, you're still
all, or we haven't studied all. No, we have studied only we have studied the content of belief, how it is constructed, and the relationship between belief and doing the righteous deed. What are the righteous deeds? Salih. Yeah. What does it mean? Doing this amilus salihat. What does it mean? Salih. Salih means pure, not polluted by shirk. Any action which is not polluted by shirk. It means if someone says, that's, I think Qasim doesn't misunderstand me. So Qasim said, Ali, you are such and such bad man, okay? But an idiot. I said, you cannot call me idiot. Yeah? I am a smart man. Okay. What I did, being smart belongs to me. I defended myself. But if I am conscious that, look, I am a perfect art of my Creator. So if you insult me, ultimately you insult my Creator. You'd say that, let's play this game. You say that you are an idiot.
But I don't want to insult the creator, though.
No. Example,
Okay.
example, man.
Okay.
There's a play,
You're
a
an
sketch.
idiot.
You cannot insult my creator. He created me in the perfect way.
But you are misusing. your
No.
creator. Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's the difference.
Stick to the script.
So,
okay.
That is just when you insult me. Apparently, that is the difference between secular understanding of the word and the Quranic understanding of the word, if you like.
Mhm.
So when you go to the court, if you say, because when I go to the court, you insulted me, you said, you are an idiot, but everybody is witness here, you said it. Okay. And I go to the court, look at the case now, the difference between secular understanding of human beings or righteous deed or Quranic understanding. I go to the judge and say that this man insulted my creator. Judge will say, well, there is a country, freedom, everybody has religious belief, freedom, so he may not insult, he may not accept your creator, your God, so he may be following another religion. It's a country of freedom, liberal country. So judge cannot pass any judgment against him. He doesn't.
There's no ground for judgment on.
Yeah, there is no law saying that somebody cannot insult another person's religious or another person's belief in God. Now, but if I go to the secular again, secular law or the court, if I say to the judge, this man insulted me, and if I prove it, they will put him in jail. You see the contradiction? You see? Because secular understanding defines the reality according to yourself, not as a created being, as a self-existing being. You see the difference? You understand? You cannot have a secular understanding of the world. I will be successful. I have this. I will buy this property. That I will own this one. I will be I will have a very good job. I will be satisfied. These are all trash. But these are secular because nothing is attributed to your relation to your creator and acknowledging it. All these actions are not in the words amal salihat. It means righteous deeds. They are secular mushrik deeds. You understand the difference? So really these words are the Quranic words and teachings are not so simple. What am I going to say? Of course, you are in loss except those who believe and do righteous deeds. What's wrong with it? Why are we making fuss about it and spending our 2 hours on studying studying 2 words in the Quran? Because it is all misunderstood, superficially evaluated. Not really what the Quranic teaching is all about. Okay. Now it is again what counsel each other on to the truth. What does it counsel each other to be patient? What is the relationship between these 4 elements to believe in God, so that we will define for ourselves within this world? You cannot have the absolute. So you will see where you are in good condition, where which area or which level is your loss area.
I don't understand. Can you elaborate?
No, do not elaborate. I may try to repeat, but I think somebody, can you? Yeah, sorry?
I don't know.
Okay, can you?
Sure. So basically, you're saying that there's infinite potential. Whatever we cannot reach is our law, right? Whatever we can do is part of it. So you're asking, how is counseling each other to the truth and counseling each other to be patient related to belief and the rest of our laws?
So the rest is
What we cannot accomplish.
accomplished. So we will understand in our actions where we stand and which area are our loss. So I wanted to finish it, but
Oh, I thought you were finishing it. That's why. I thought,
yeah,
okay.
I'm intending to finish it.
Okay.
So the time is really 18 minutes late. So we can continue the verse 3 as related to the verse 1. And who will remind me that what is all going to do with the verse 1? Well, Asr. What are they? From one subject, jumping in another subject. Well, this what consider the flight of time. Okay, I did. And Muslim and his in-laws. What is it to do with it? What is the relationship? Does people ask this? Quran never completes a subject and jumps from one point to irrelevant another point. The stupid people, they do that claim. They don't understand how to read the concepts because Quran doesn't give information. Quran introduces its own concepts. And the concepts are what? The word.
You build on one another.
So concepts are not substantial. They are
Universal.
no universal. But I'm looking. It is true, but I'm looking for another word, abstract. Yeah, concepts are abstract notions. The Quran never mentions. That's a big claim. If you really study it, you will understand what I mean. Never mentions anything not abstract, but so what is substantial, concrete,
tangible,
feasible. Not feasible is also reasonable.
Tangible,
correct. Yeah. No. Even the Quran gives the example of a tangible object, but you have to turn it into an abstract notion. For example, when the Quran says, why don't you think about, or don't you see that how the camel is created? Does it really mean that camels, or we will bring a camel here and look at them? No, it is an abstract. It means anything which is within your, because the first audiences, how do you say, practical life is always with the camels. So what is your camel now? Yeah, you have to, for example, what do you see? Let's say sparrow. So many sparrows, like in the Bedouins, many camels are around. They don't have many sparrows. So we have to say, my camel in the Quran is, in my practical life, is sparrow or pigeons. Yeah? Do you understand? That is how the scripture must be read. Anyway, we'll try to continue this. If we have time, inshallah, we will go on studying Adiyat, chapter Adiyat. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. علمتنا إنك أنت العليم وآخر دعواهم الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, next Saturday at 10 o'clock here. Wednesday again at 7 o'clock. Inshallah. Okay. I was going to